Hello retro gamers and welcome to another episode of Sunday Quickie. Yes, Sunday Quickie, where we need three things. We need A, most importantly, a retro gaming subject we can all delve into together, casual like, which leads into the second thing, which is B, sort of low production values, no script, as you can see by me just stumbling over my words just then. Do have a couple of lights up there, but we get the webcam and stuff, just real cash. And number three, needs to be on a Sunday. Today, we're looking at a version of Counter-Strike that can be played on the Nintendo DS. Now, you may have seen my last video where I hacked, I don't know if hack's the right word, but I homebrewed a Nintendo 3DS, my bright pink one right here. Not that I want to shield my other videos or anything, but basically it's been soft modded, so it can run ROMs, it's region unlocked, it can run emulation. Did I just say that? Anyway, etc, etc, etc. The reason I did that is basically because I wanted to make this video. So let's just direct our way to the website, the information highway, and I'll let you know what I'm on about. So, Counter-Strike DS. This is a project I've been following for at least a year and a half, and the other day I was like, I really want to do a video on this, but I don't have any way of loading this up to a Nintendo 3DS or a DS. Maybe I'll buy one of those flash cards. You know, you put a micro SD card in it or whatever, and Bob's your uncle. But then I thought back to when I should stop saying hacked, when I soft modded the Nintendo Wii, and I was like, isn't doing the DS and the 3DS family of consoles, isn't that pretty similar? So I looked into it and yeah, voila. Instead of spending money on a flash cart, I could just soft mod it for free, make another video, and then that leads me into making this video. So if you're wondering why the DS is suddenly on Retro Game On, that's why. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's check out the subject at hand. So yes, you always wanted to play Counter-Strike on your Nintendo DS. Now it's possible. Yes, it's real. You can play on Dust 2 from CS 1.6 in single player mode with bots or online. I've just completely butchered that sentence. Basically, it's a recreation of CS 1.6 with a level Dust 2, and there's single and multiplayer modes. So you can create your own private party to play online, or you can join an existing server. Or you can play against bots if you have no friends and can't find an existing server. So it goes on to give instructions on how to set this up on various consoles. I'm using Twilight Menu on the 3DS, which is essentially a Nintendo DS emulator, but for the 3DS. It's pretty easy to get going. You just got to download some files. So I'll have this link down below if you want to do that. It's pretty straightforward. Anyway, here's the guy that created it. He's a nice French gentleman. He is from La France. His name is Funity. I think that's how it's supposed to be said. Apologies, Funity, if I'm saying your name wrong. But he is the developer of several older consoles, including the DS, the Vita, the Wii, the Game Boy, Android and Windows. He's also a software programmer. So, as I said, I've been following this story for a while. The videos go back to, let's see, when did that video come out? My middle click button has stopped working as of like 10 minutes ago. Anyway, I believe it's his first video on the subject. Just a quick scroll, can't really see anything else. And that dates back to March last year. I think I heard about this late last year, but the reason it came to my attention again is because he just released version 1.0, which is what we will be having a look at. So check out this page, check out his Twitter for updates, subscribe to his YouTube channel like I did. There's also a link to support him on Patreon. No, sorry, not Patreon, PayPal. You can send him a donation if you like, because he is paying for a server. So without further ado, let's jump into the gameplay. So as you can see here, I am using the Twilight menu. Now, hopefully the way I'm capturing this makes sense. I'm sort of just scrolling through the footage in Premiere Pro at the moment, but I will actually cut it properly so you're not just watching a preview of a preview. This is what I'm currently looking at. Anyway, so yeah, what was I going to say? Twilight menu itself is a pretty good program. It's just, you got to go through file structures and stuff to actually get it going. So once you load it up onto your 3DS, you do need to go into the .nds, not .nds, just the NDS file, you know, along with all the other emulation. And, you know, like I've got Mario Kart in there and I've got Counter-Strike. What else do you need? So straight away, we've got the main menu. We can see we have single player, multiplayer, and the settings. And as you can see there, it is version 1.0.0. So what did I do first? So here is the settings. So there is a rumble version, I guess, when you get shot and stuff, but apparently this causes crashes on the 3DS, so I didn't try it. You can also do things like show ping, change the controls, you can change your name, and of course, I'm Retro Game On, so that's what I put it as. Now, immediately I tried to try the multiplayer, and it would just go back to the main menu. So yeah, even if I try to create my own party, it wouldn't work. If you try to join a private party, you got to put in a code. So not exactly what's going on there. I'm not sure if it's something I'm doing wrong. My 3DS was connected to the internet. Maybe the server just wasn't up when I captured the footage. So instead, we'll be playing against bots, basically. So, but I think that's fine. It still shows how it works. So there's two different menus, two different levels you can play. So there's Dust 2, but there's also an unfinished training level. So this is probably more of a proof of concept. When I was watching his latest release video, he did point out that there is shadows in this, but not in Dust 2. That's still in development. So that's probably worth noting. But otherwise, not much else to see. So we'll get out of there and straight into Dust 2. So from here, it just plays exactly like Counter-Strike. If you played Counter-Strike before, it shows how good it is because it's exactly like Counter-Strike. So you can play as the terrorists or you can play as the American terrorists. Just kidding. The counter-terrorists. And in there, there's like a shop. Now, I thought I bought an AK-47 when I was playing this previously before filming. That seems to have disappeared. It doesn't appear to have remembered that I had that. And now I don't have enough money to buy another gun. So I will just be playing this with a pistol, basically. But, you know, there's a whole lot of different stuff in there you can buy. So that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, let's like get into it. As you can see, like the graphics are pretty good. Like he talked about this in his version 1 release video. He started with very low resolution textures, but for optimization, he was basically able to double the resolution. And I really think it shows. Even without the shadows, it looks quite good. And yeah, like that's really all there is to it. You run around and you shoot people. The controls, you can either use the thumbstick to move or the directional keys, but then you use like the Y, X, B, A buttons to actually move around and aim. It's not very fast, I'm going to be honest. Like obviously, compared to playing on a computer where you can just run around and use a mouse and just snipe people, snipe fools. But it's workable, and the bots, I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to be playing against people who have the exact same accuracy. And yeah, like, just really wanted to show you guys just really quickly. I mean, it's kind of funny that I hacked my DS just to sort of show this, but there's a lot of cool stuff on here. Like, I found Portal. So, I did show that in the soft modding video, so I definitely could make a video out of that as well. But I think it's just really worth soft modding consoles like this, especially when they're end of life, especially Nintendo, because Nintendo are taking the eShop offline very soon on the 3DS. So basically, F Nintendo, take that great hardware and make it great. And yeah, this whole video is pretty much just turned into an advert on my tutorial. So yeah, sorry, that was unintentional, but yeah, it's like I said, it's a testament to how good it is. There's not really anything to point out. It plays exactly like CS 1.6. A few features missing. I did notice there were a few glitches, like people running into the wall, and you know, the other characters just run around like without any animations. They're just like this. But yeah, overall, good work, Funity. So yeah, I guess this is going to be a pretty short video. But like I said, here are the links. Follow my tutorial or someone else's tutorial, I guess. It's not an advert. Soft mod your DS or 3DS. Download this, give it a go. Maybe we can, all try and organize to get on a server or something. I think that would be pretty sweet. But yeah, that's probably the shortest Sunday Quickie I've done so far. Usually I manage to blab on for at least a couple of more minutes, but just wanted to bring this to your attention. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video, which will actually be another modding video, but a hard modded video, so stay tuned for that.